Yeah, we could totally see out of the back of the car. Yeah. Who needs a rear view mirror? Welcome to TFL Design, where I do anything but design because that is my day job and it's exhausting to have to do it at night. Today I am going to take you to a range trip with me. I usually go to these about once a month. I try to, once every 2 months. When I'm really busy during the year, it's like one every 3 or 4 months. And because I can't go during the winter because the range I go to is an outdoor range, it means I only have like, I don't know, there are like 9 months of winter in Canada. I'm just joking. No, I go like basically during the spring, summer, and fall. So I try to get as many range trips I can each time I go. And that involves packing a lot of stuff, which you might have seen in the intro. It's why at the range, my group is known to be one of the people that stays there the longest. We're there from the afternoon till like closing. We leave when it's dark, basically. And we're also known as that group that brings a ton of stuff because since we have such little time to be there, and because we live about an hour and a half drive away, we try to make the best of our time. And yes, we live about an hour and a half away outside the city to this range, and so you can see a lot of forests. This is a truck station we always visit right before we head to the range. So I've been a member of this range for about 6 or 7 years. I go with the same group of friends. We got our licenses around the same time. We were interested in the sport. Well, me personally, I got my license in the US when I was like 13, 12, 13. And I brought my friends to Vegas one day and they liked it too, so they decided to get their Canadian license, which is a lot stricter and mandatory. But more on that another time. But due to the much more stricter rules of Canada, you have to have a different mindset, and I think overall the Canadian gun community is very different from the one in the US. And this specific range that we go to, I find the people there are really cool, they're really chill. We're not there to go crazy, and it's not a Call of Duty or any type of FPS like game. We're not there to have an adrenaline rush. It's actually a lot more zen for me, especially when I'm on the rifles, where I'm trying to improve my marksmanship rather than have an adrenaline spike. It takes me a lot of time to line up my shot to get it perfectly on the bullseye. So it's a lot of breathing, it's a lot of concentrating. So quite different from what most people would think this trip tends to be. So first thing we do when we get there is unload the amount of stuff that we have in our trunk. It takes us a good like 15 minutes to half an hour. Like I said, the people at the range kind of know us to be that group that just brings a lot of stuff. As you can see here, we have to prepare a lot of stuff in order for us to do our drills in a smooth way. A lot of loading. Not the funnest part, but definitely does show how much stuff we have packed. Our car is extremely heavy on the way here, a little bit lighter when we get back. So following the rules of this range, we have to have all the smaller firearms, anything that's not a rifle and can't be on the rifle stand, to have their chambers open, make sure they're all safe and upwards. And then the rest of the stuff that are longer, that can go on the rifle stand behind us will be parked there until in use. Let me just fast forward through this a little bit so that we can get through the reloading and then get to the fun parts. This is going to be relevant later, but see all the shells that hit the ground? We definitely have to clean this up later. And sometimes it doesn't go from the firearm to the ground. You'll see. Okay, but first some really realistic events of being on the range. One of the reasons it's not always action-packed is something always comes up. Well, you're gonna see here that I'm going through some drills at the line with some of my friends, and then things get jammed, especially 22s. That happens a lot.
You know, you should take a picture of this. All this grass on the ground with them empty mags.
Did somebody pick up those 1911 mags?
Yeah, I did.
The beginning of the video is just me bullet farming, like just crab walking, going, whee!
I'm gonna put it into something so I don't have to pick it up.
Yeah.
See if I can zoom in.
They put iron sights here, 800.
Oh, by the way, if you're wondering what the bathroom situation is at an outdoor range like this, it's porta potties. Yeah, porta potties. Did you want to take a look at? Nah. And this is why I bought an SUV. Well, that concludes my day trip. As you can see, it's getting dark, so we're gonna head home and get some food for some much needed energy. If you have any comments, comment below and subscribe. Oh yeah, and remember when I said sometimes the shells don't land exactly where you want them to? Or let's say you're recording for a friend and you're standing on their right. I don't flinch though.